Hello and welcome to Weekend Investing Daily Bytes. We're shooting episode 225 and today is 11th of May. Another horrible day on the markets. There seems to be a continuous barrage of crazily down days, especially in the small and mid cap sector. At one point of the time during the day, small cap index was down 4.5%. Uh, the small cap index has been down for consecutive 9 days and has lost more than 26-27% overall from the top. So, extremely tough days for most investors. Even large caps have not been spared too much, but yes, the carnage in small caps has been phenomenal. Usually, what happens in such scenarios, especially by new investors or new traders, new participants in the market, people tend to not sell their trades that were having some kind of stop loss and keep it, hoping that they will come back. Some will come back, some will not come back. So this realization of what type of trader, investor slash strategy you wish to run is very important. You cannot switch between long term, short term trading, investing as per your whims and fancies. That will lead to your ruin. So let's first take a look at the bloody market today. Uh, on the face of it, the indices don't show you the story that happened inside. For instance, Nifty closed only 0.45% down. It was down almost 1.5% at one point of time. Real estate stocks and Bank Nifty were rallying today, and there was some comeback in commodity stocks also. IT stocks took a huge beating. Autos, public sector enterprise, even FMCG got beaten. So money is not moving to defensives like it used to. FMCG, IT, and pharma used to be the names where money used to run to once markets start to fall, but this time they have fallen equally along with others. So really no place to hide, not just in the market but even outside the market, in the sense that all asset classes are coming down, and we are basically watching the US yield to come off at some point of time, which will give some fillip to the other risk assets. In terms of broader indices, Nifty Next 50 did well today by limiting its loss to minus 0.1%. CNX 200 was down minus 4%, 0.4%, I'm sorry. Nifty 50 was down 0.45%, CNX 500 0.6%. Mid and small cap index down 1.3 and small cap 250 down 2.67%. Weekend investing strategy performances. NF10, after taking a drubbing in the last few days, thankfully was up 0.3% today. LTC Next 200 was flat. NG 5050 down 0.5%. EverGreen down 0.8%, 0.8. MI All Cap down minus for 1.43, and between 1.5% and 3.5% were the cuts on most of these strategies. So really tough to see capital go away like this, or at least the profits that came in or people who have come in later would see their capital go away. But we want to also bring home the point that market moves in cycles, and while nobody can really predict how the market cycles will behave over a period of a market cycle, you will see both a good run up and a decline in the market. And if you hang on and bring in your money gradually over this cycle, the gains will definitely be there with you. Some of the names which jumped up today: VIP Industries, Balaji Amine, CG Power, Gujarat Ambuja Exports, and Prism Johnson. These were some of the names between 6 and 8% of gains. And some badly thrashed were Indiabulls Housing minus 21%, Welspun India minus 18%, GNFC minus 14%, Infibeam minus 10%, and Jindal Stainless at minus 9%. So pretty gory market out there. People are panicking and they're just selling off uh, whatever they have, and we are still down only, I would say, at least on the Nifty, down only between 10 and 15%. So historically, I mean, if this fall has to go much deeper, then we can have much more significant falls from here as well. But uh, it's nobody's call actually. I mean, March 2020 was also 35-38% down on Nifty, but then it recovered very quickly. We and the past experiences of the last 6 years that we've been doing it, and the historical studies that we've done, we essentially will come out of this. But what you need to do is to not give up. That's the sort of staying in the market, uh, you know, adage that you hear, that you need to stay in the market to really uh, come out of it. Otherwise, it's basically you come in at the very top, market falls and you get out, and then when then market rises again, and then you come in again at the top. So that makes you play the cycle wrong. Anyhow, the insight for today is that US 10-year yield looks like it's at the verge of some sort of a breakdown. The CPI numbers come out in the US today. If they are not so bad, this yield may come off, and that will give a huge fillip to all other risk assets, and our markets also possibly can have some relief rally once this starts to break down. As per the topic discussed earlier, several tweets today with the intent that there be more clarity in terms of users, not necessarily weekend investing users, but in general investors, that to decide what you want to do. A long-term investor may be sitting on a stock that he has analyzed, studied, and is willing to hold for 5 years. And now suddenly, because there's a short-term market fall, and maybe his friend is shorting some stocks, you may feel like that you can short right now and time it and come back in later. What that will do is, while it may make you money or it may not, that is anybody's guess, but what it will take you out of your long-term thinking hat and make you a sort of a trader or an investor who has no sort of sense of where he wants to go. So sometimes you may have stocks which you are holding as a trade, but because they go below your stops and you don't stop loss out of it, you are holding them as long-term investments. Or long-term investments, if you see some small gains, you may want to trade out of it, hoping that you will get in again. So basically you have to keep them in different silos if you have to do both together. But I would say rarely a person is able to do both of them simultaneously, because our brain works in mysterious ways, and we are not able to keep them in different silos, and we tend to mix the transactions from long term to short term. So knowing your intent, what you want to do, what you wish to do, is very, very important for your long term success. If, like I said, the biggest mistakes people are making, and they've always made this, and old lessons will continue to be learned by new traders, new investors all the time, is not to convert your long-term holdings into a trade, and not to convert your trade into a long-term holding just because some minor gain or loss is happening at some point of time. Undoubtedly, these are tough days for investors, especially those who have come to the markets the last couple of years, who have not seen a whole cycle go down and up again. Also, down days tend to be exceptionally more painful than up days provide us happiness with. So that quotient or quantum of pain that a down day gives us is much, much more in absolute terms of quantum in terms of the happiness we get on good days. So that's how psychologically we are built. That's how the market's nature is to go up and down. And sooner we sort of get a handle on this in our mind, the better it is. Uh, I also want to take a moment to say that we have done these two episodes, episode 137 and 138, on brief history of market falls and comebacks. I would want you to go back and see these two videos. I'm providing you the link in the description below. Also will also do this on the Telegram channel. These are very important videos. They will give you the confidence that market has done this time and again, over and again, and markets come back and strategies come back even faster. So you must have confidence on the strategies you're running. Please do watch these videos and derive confidence out of it that this is not the end of the world. These falls continue to happen every other year, and the resulting market gains also happen every other year. So this is the small message I had for newer investors especially. Please don't worry about the market. This is part and parcel of the investing cycle that we have to go through. So I'll see you in another video. Thank you so much, and please do share this video if you like it with your friends and family. Bye.